Hi guys, this is Scrively again with another installment of a little video series that on my website and YouTube I call the Bullet Journal Workshop. And I figured out that it was actually a really long time that I have done my last video in this series, the Bullet Journal Workshop. And the last video that I've done was essentially the setting up of my 2016 bullet journal. I normally am okay with one bullet journal per year. I don't, because I do also journal my daily thoughts and stuff like that in other journals. So I really use the bullet journal only for task management. And for that, one book per year always has been enough for me so far. So I said the last video that I've made was the setting up of this bullet journal here that lasted me from December 2016 until December 2017. Now, at the end of each year, I always file away my old bullet journal, put it in my bookshelf where I have all my other notebooks. And I do then make a migration into the new bullet journal, and I do set up the new bullet journal. So I thought I will now in January 2017 make another video in this bullet journal workshop series for two reasons. The first reason is that I have made two changes. The two reasons for this video to my bullet journaling system. Change number one is that I have handed in my PhD in November 2017, and I will start a job now in January, a full-time job. And I thought it would be more handy for me to actually move for the bullet journaling into the A6 format, because I'll be on trains and planes and, you know, running in between meetings and stuff like that, most likely. So I thought A6 will probably just come in a little bit more handy than the not too large, but a little bit more cumbersome A5 format. And the second reason is, or the second thing that I've changed this year is that I have also moved into starting using a weekly planner, because I really got tired of drawing out. I was like every month, and you can see that in my previous bullet journal video on my blog scrively.org, and then you can in the menu go to the bullet journal workshop under guides and tips. I think that should be so you see how I always did the future planning with a half-year future planning, a monthly future planning, and then in the monthly future planning I was always drawing out. Can't show that to you right now here because of course it's filled with some private data, but I was essentially always, you know, drawing out each month from day 1 until 30 or 31, and then writing Monday, Tuesday all the way through Sunday, and doing that 4 times for all the 4 weeks of the month, and that was too cumbersome for me. So two changes to my new system, and this video is essentially about showing you this new system, is I go from A5 to A6 and I do use a weekly planner. What does that mean? That means that all the future planning and all things that have fixed dates and times happen in my yearly, this is a Leuchtturm 2018 weekly planner, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'll go through that with you a little bit in a minute, how exactly I do use that. Just generally, I'll keep that because of course it's a 2018 planner for the whole year. So that thing will, everything future planning related 2018 will go into that year. And I'll also have a couple of other information stored in here. I'll show you that as well. So that will essentially accompany me the whole year. I then have a 6 dot grid notebook. That's just a regular dot grid notebook, and that will be my bullet journal, right? And I use that for bullet journaling. I'll use the normal bullet journal conventions, such as a dot for a task, a dash for a note, and a circle for an event. But most events, of course, will now go in here. And I use that essentially for task management. What does that mean? Daily task management. What does that mean? That means that I'll keep that for the whole year, and I'll most probably burn through a couple of daily task management notebooks throughout the year, but that here will serve me for the whole year. So let's have a look at them, and maybe that makes it a little bit more clear how I use it. Let's actually start with the bullet journal first, maybe. So this, as said, is just A6 Leuchtturm 1917 notebook. This here is the anthracite. You open it up. I have my name sticker in front of here. Then I do keep a couple of page markers and post-it notes in case I want to use them somewhere throughout the bullet journal. Then we have the table of contents. On the first pages I have planned my January tasks. But that is like now non-date related things, so they don't have to go into the planner because they are just general tasks, just stuff in general that I want to do in January, such as, you know, starting to sign up for a gym, read more books, something like that, just like very generic things that I gotta do. And well, that's then actually how, and I've like now covered all my private information with a couple of post-its in case you wonder about all those post-its in here. But just to show you how I use my bullet journal, I do use the first spread for tasks and to-dos for January 2018. So this is actually where my January tasks go in that essentially are non-date related, but that I could not put all into the planner because of course that would be too less space. So essentially the bullet journal serves as an extension of the planner where I have more space for my things. So the first spread is the monthly plan. The next spread is the weekly plan, and this here is the weekly plan for calendar week number 1, which runs from the 1st of January until the 7th of January. So now here I have a double spread for breaking down the January goals or tasks that I want to do in week 1 and other stuff that in the course of the running week 1 then also needs to go into here. And then after that I do have my daily task management where I have like Monday, Tuesday, and I'll do that just bullet journaling style. You see all the noting conventions here. This is like an appointment or an event for that day. There's a task. There's actually not so many notes in here right now, but that's basically how I go about all that, right? And well, yeah, then I have all the pages here in the bullet journal. Of course, they're numbered, and that's one trick that I'm using here, and I'm going to show you that here. Like if I have a note or an event or an appointment here in the planner that would need more space and that I would need to expand a little bit more, I can take a note in here and then just cross-reference that page into my planner so that I'll find it. So that is how I use that bullet journal here. I could of course also now add collections in here and cross-reference them into the planner, but I've not yet added any collections here. And then the planner, as said, that is stuff that I'll want to keep the whole year, keep track on the whole year, and cross-reference into the whole year. So the planner also starts with a name sticker. Then the planner does start with these monthly mini calendars here that you can use for quick reference. We go on, we then have a half yearly overview where I put in some birthdays and then probably vacation plans and stuff like that, and my wife's vacation plans and stuff. So kids' school holidays, that stuff that I need to have a quick access to, quick glance onto. The very nice thing is that you have a oversight of international holidays with you. A super cool thing is that is the second thing apart from the whole time planning, where you don't in the bullet journal don't have to draw out all those things anymore, is that you actually have a project planner in here. And I personally can't really make use of that project planner because for my projects that format is not useful, but what this thing is super useful for, and that's something that very many people do use their bullet journals for as well, is it can serve as a habit tracker. I don't know, your water intake, your meditation, the books you read, the workouts you wanted to do and stuff like that. So you have a couple of lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, and you could expand that to a 7th line to be precise. So if you don't have much more than 7 habits that you would continuously wanted to keep track on, that is a very useful thing here that you can use as a habit tracker. And then of course I use the calendar, you know, for events, appointments, birthdays, and as said, I do make page references into my bullet journal. So for example, if on the 26th of February I'd have a meeting with Mr. Jones or whatsoever, and there would be more things that I have, like notes that I have to take regarding that meeting, then I would write meeting with Mr. Jones, and then in brackets I'd write see bullet journal page 52 or whatever, and then on page 52 in my bullet journal I'd find more notes regarding that meeting, which is quite a nice thing and quite convenient for me. And then another thing that I also find really cool is that at the end of the planner you do have a couple of empty or blank pages, and I use those things to store a couple of very important collections that I would not, because of course in that task management book here I'll burn through that, through a couple of task managements book in any given calendar year, because of course those 120 or whatever pages, 120, yes, will not be enough for me for task managing a whole year on a daily basis. So there's some collections that I wouldn't want to have in any of those notebooks, because of course when I'm in notebook number 2, 3 or 4, I'll lose the collections that I have in notebook number 1, and I don't want to transfer them all the time. So I think you have like around 10 or 15 blank page spreads in that 2018 planner here, and I'll use that for stuff that I will want to keep with me the whole year and keep track on the whole year. So what I've done, for example, for this year here, for me, I've given myself a motto 2018, the motto that I put my year under, that I want to pursue this year through. I've then formulated a couple of yearly goals for 2018. Of course, I will want to have access to them throughout 2018 without always hustling forth and back in between bullet journals and stuff like that. And then I have also a couple of collections in here. I've made one spread, for example, with places visited, where I then write in the place that I've visited, what have I done there and when have I been there. And then I've made another collection for the books that I've read, the title of the book, when I've started and ended reading them, and a small note that I maybe want to make for any other for the book. And yeah, then there's, as said, a couple of more empty spreads here, and that is plenty enough for me. I don't use collections that much actually, but that is plenty enough space for me to actually keep collections with me throughout the whole year that are important for me throughout the whole year. So that was that, with that small run through my new setup. I hope that can be somehow maybe useful or inspirational to you. And I'll see you at the next bullet journal workshop, which is hopefully not in exactly a year, but maybe a little bit earlier, depending on how the whole thing works for me, if I make any tweaks or adjustments to that system. But I gotta say, 2 weeks into the new year 2018 right now, that works really well for me, and I really love the time that I save with having a yearly planner. And then actually, you know, having your date related stuff here and your task management related stuff here, putting the two notebooks above each other, opening both of them, that also makes planning a little bit easier than flipping forth and back in between the pages of one journal, I gotta say. And it's actually right, this is quite compact, this is quite handy for me and practical to carry with me. Having that said, happy 2018 to all of you, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye.